Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday morning.
Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Ooh. Oh, is this my water right here, DBO Moms? Thank you.
It's your water.
Mm-hmm.
Ish.
Ooh. That's the stuff right there. All right. Appreciate that. Appreciation.
Got it.
Yeesh. Yeesh. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are having a fantastic day.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Currently doing our thing real quick. You know what I mean? We're doing our thing. Yeesh. Getting ourselves all set up. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful, fantastic day, man. Ooh. I'm just chilling, man. Chilling. Having a good old time. Went to the lake to go see. Went to a nearby lake with the family yesterday. Got to chill, you know what I mean? Got to do all that. Bobo Beef says howdy. Howdy, Bobo!
Howdy, Bobo.
How you doing, man?
What's going on, Bobo?
Hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, man. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Yeesh, yeesh.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here.
Let us see.
But yeah. We just chilled out there. Had a good old time, man. Had a good old time chilling at the lake.
Yes.
A wonderful, beautiful lake, man. Let's go get some groceries and just chill by the lake, man. There was actually now, I personally wouldn't swim in the lake, right? So the lake.
What about that guy though?
Oh my God, that guy. All right, I was actually gonna tell him about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, there was like a while I'm setting up, you know, just a little story time while I'm setting up over here. There's this guy, right? Who, and you gotta remember this was a very big lake, and a lot of times in lakes where I'm at, you know, they're filled with a couple things. They got alligators, they got snakes, they got all sorts of stuff. You know, you will never catch me swimming in there. You know, they got types of fish, things of that nature, right? And you won't catch me swimming in that. I'm sorry, you will not. This dude was swimming all the way out, and I'm just sitting there looking at it like, what? Why is he doing that? And he's just like swimming all the way out into the middle of the lake, right? He's like doing the dead man float, you know, the float where you're on your back and you're like, maybe like a little jellyfish just whoosh, whoosh, to move yourself forward a little bit. It's a good way to take some tension off your arms when you're swimming, like actually swimming, right? This man goes all the way out into the middle, way out to the point that we could barely see him.
Like he's a dot.
The man's a dot. Like he's a dot all the way out in the distance.
And there's no lifeguard.
There's no lifeguard there.
There's no nothing.
And it
No.
says, there's a sign that says, no lifeguard, swim at your own risk, and watch out for alligators and snakes. That's all I'm saying.
There's alligators, snakes, fish.
You know, he's just in there swimming.
You know, like there's all sorts of, and the snakes are long. They're long snakes, and snakes can swim. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's a thing. So if you didn't know that, snakes can swim. That is a thing. That is 100% thing. I've seen it with my own two eyes.
Snakes can swim.
Yes.
Very.
It is terrifying. It's cool, but it's terrifying. Okay, like
Oh no. Oh
no, man, no.
No.
By the way, PMNT
Yes.
ran up a nice 151%.
Yes.
PMNT, we called PMNT earlier.
Yes,
I'm just
yes.
setting myself up over
Did
here.
a video last night on PMNT.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
But yeah, but Lord, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what.
Snakes can swim.
Yeah, they can swim. That's the thing. Like that, like
Crazy.
nobody would. You wouldn't think it, right? You would not think it.
That's because they don't
But
have
they
arms or
slither
legs.
around. They don't have legs. They just
They
slither
don't.
around.
Yeah.
They slither around in the water. Bo Beep says 2 out of 2 so far, based on your recommendations. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Bobo.
Thank you, Bobo.
Good to know that.
Good, good. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Be green.
Yes, sir. All right. So, yeah, thank you, Bobo. I
No doubt.
appreciate that. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I found that, look, the day I saw a snake actually swimming, I'll tell you when I actually saw that, right?
Where'd you
So,
actually see
Florida is notorious for hurricanes. It is, right?
this? It is
So sometimes, you know, you get a little bit of flood waters here and there, right?
Ah.
And that is normally when the snakes start swimming around.
Snakes.
Yeah. So you can imagine my surprise when I was like in an area where there was a bit of, you know, there was a bit of water, right? And the snake just starts going. It's slithering up, and like you can see it just slither, and it's like,
What?
and it's moving at an ungodly speed. You're like, oh,
Oh.
uh-uh.
How about no?
How about no?
How about no?
I don't know, man.
I feel like
Animals just be,
I feel-
animals just be evolving at such a rate that it scares me. Okay, it scares me.
Oh dear.
All right, they
Yes,
do. They do
yes.
what they do.
Uh-huh.
All right, they be scaring me. The animals,
Yeah.
swear, man. They scare me. All right, you got spiders with necks. In Australia.
I think that was it. I think that was
Speaking of which, anybody from Australia, can you please explain to me why we have Pokemon in Australia?
But the spiders with necks thing, I think someone just slapped that on a Photoshop. I think they just
No. There's actually like a species
Yeah, you need
of
to show
spider
this
with
because
ne-
That's crazy.
Okay.
Spiders don't have necks.
Look, I guess God decided one day, and like the good Lord Himself decided one day. Oh hey,
Let's do Etch-a-Sketch.
You know, there's
my creatures.
no.
Alright.
God's Etch-a-Sketch is called California, but we don't talk about that.
Oh. No.
Lord,
No.
mm-mm.
Okay, never mind.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. The kangaroos are getting more and more jacked by the day.
Oh.
They look like deer that went to prison. Scary. Oh my God. Eh. The wildlife, man. I tell you, they got dogs and cats that can talk now. Huskies can
That I believe.
can
I've
speak
heard
to
things.
people.
I've
Hu-
heard things from cats
Yeah.
when they're meowing, but they sound like they're saying hello.
Yeah, no, they're not meowing. They're saying hello. I don't know. Are they developing lips?
No, it's not the lips. They after a while they hear humans.
Hello.
Say, yeah, exactly. Meow.
Yeah, that.
It's not hard.
I'm
They
d-
figure it out. They're not dumb.
That threw me in for a loop when I saw an Amazon guy walk up to the door, and the cat just looks at him and says hello. He said hi. You know that man walked back into his truck and said, "Did I just have a full-blown conversation with a cat?" Huh? That would mess me up for like a day. Be like,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, kind of.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
It's absolutely ridiculous. We're just setting up everything, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going. We just setting everything up here. We just getting everything all set, ready to go. But yeah, nah, man, that messed me up for a while. I was like, yeah, like, you good in there? I'm good. Like, what, boy? Did you just speak back to me, sir?
You asked me a question. Did you not?
I expected a meow at best in response, not an actual full-blown human statement. There was one cat that looked absolutely livid. because he just came out of a bath. He's like, "How you doing?" "I'm cold." Bro said he was cold. Y'all could never. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't know, man. The animals are evolving like Pokemon. It's absolutely ridiculous.
yeah, it's interesting. Will
It's
say
ridiculous.
That.
All right, let's see here. Just gonna get everything set up so far. All right. All right. Let's get this shared on the YouTubes, the YouTubies. But yeah, man, that was something else. Snakes could swim. Kangaroos just can box people. I mean, they've been able to box people before, but like now they're like throwing jabs and crosses. Next thing you know, they're gonna be throwing hooks and uppercuts, and they're gonna develop their own boxing gloves. It's gonna be great. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
What next? The fish develop legs?
Oh.
Look, if I see a fish doing squats on the beach, I'm gonna be very upset. You know, it's like, bro don't even have any arms. You're just doing squats. I'm like, okay, you know what, sir, you need to leave. Sir, you need to leave. All right. Yeah. I'll tell you what. All right. So we're just getting everything all set up here. Give me 1 second. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, all sorts of good stuff, man. All sorts of good stuff. Apparently now there's a Bobo Beebs says deer that have been to prison. LOL. Yeah. I don't know, man. Look,
And
those
they have the tats to
kangaroos,
prove it.
man. Those kangaroos are a little too buff. I'm just saying, bro. They've been putting the work in. I look at them sometimes. I'm like, bro, who hurt you? Who hurt you, man? What did they do to you? Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Kangaroos up there with tattoos that say mother on it. And
Yeah, like a little heart tattoo.
hey, come at me, mate.
It's for me. It's for me mum, mate. You got a problem? Like, nope. I'm good, man. I'm good. You ain't gotta knock me out, bro. I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm good.
I'm not messing with you.
No, you could have that. You could have that. I'm in your house now, mate. Yeah, okay. Here's the keys. You own that. That's all you. That's all you.
My.
I ain't running the fade with that thing.
I want to go to the beach this weekend, Doubles.
Yes,
Are we
sir.
getting rain or is it going to be sunny?
Actually, I could check and see. Give me 1 second real quick. Just sharing
DBL
something real
Moms,
quick.
can you check?
DBL Moms, can you check and
What's
see?
the weather going to be like?
Yeah, what's the weather going to be like? Because, I mean, honestly, again, I'm always flexible when it comes to weather. So if the weather's, like, good, that's awesome. I'm going to go to the beach. If it's not good, that's awesome. I'm going to go read a book. I'm going to play video games, do all that good stuff.
They're forecasting some rain here tomorrow, but who knows? I mean, other places.
Yeah, by the way, Florida weather is very bipolar, man. I'll tell you that right now.
It is. You
Like-
just don't know what you're gonna get now.
It is. You don't know what you're gonna get. You're like you can get a perfectly one half of like your house can be raining, the other half of your house is like perfectly sunny. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although that now,
Get under the wrong rain cloud, looks like the world coming to an end.
although I will say one thing though, there was something very interesting that I saw a couple days ago. And that was that there is now a type of mix between a spider and a scorpion.
That's not good. I don't.
Who
know.
did this?
Whoever put that together has got a very devious
No.
evil mind.
Like the thing is too, like
No.
it, and the thing is too. Yes, this is actually a thing. By the way, you can look it up. And it's in Oklahoma. Okay.
Maybe that's where you got
It's in
the spider
Oklahoma.
with the neck.
No. That was Australia.
Oh.
Australia just that's God's like beta testing ground. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Like you know how video games have beta tests? Yeah, that's God's beta testing ground. I swear to God. Okay, sorry, God. Anyway, but
I'm thinking.
yeah, all sorts of stuff. All right, let's take a look at some stunks over here. Let's get this intro started over here.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's not talk about the
Intro,
scorpion,
please.
the scorpion spider things. Dude, sleep well tonight. That's all I'm gonna say, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, what's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcab Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the
They
house,
call him DBL Nicks.
aka the Ringmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Other times she likes to steal my Chinese food, especially my lo mein. And other times you put her in the stock market, she finds them ABCDs. As a matter of fact, she was the person that made a video on PMNT. That was a nice little rhyme there, huh? We call it DBL Moms!
Hey!
Yes, sir! All right. And, of course, it's your boy, DBL Nicks. But before we begin, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Remember to share.
Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring.
Yes.
And, of course, if you want to have access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. Picking a lot of baggers a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we called quite a few stonks today. We called PMNT, which we actually did a video about last night. And we also, prior to that video, we also put it on our pre-market watch list for, or not our early watch list for our premium members on our Discord. We did that, and then we put a video out on it last night. You can check that out on the YouTube, by the way. Link to join us in the description down below. Well, actually, you can check out the YouTube by going to @CoachingMoney on YouTube, @CNM CoachingMoney on YouTube. Yes, sir. That is where you can find it right there. That is where you can find it, man. So you can find the video on our YouTube channel @CoachingMoney, and yes, and of course you can find that there. We also called PGEN, which ran up a nice 115% as well. That was a nice one. And then, of course, there were some runners as well. PPSI, which we did a video out. We put up a video for that one this morning. Is PPSI Pepsi?
What happened?
I'm curious. Is PPSI Pepsi?
No, it's not Pepsi.
Oh.
No. No.
Well, you know, now I'm disappointed.
It's Pioneer Power.
Now I'm disappointed. All right.
No, it's not.
Then again, I'm not much of a Pepsi drinking guy, but you know what? I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
it felt like Pepsi. You know what I mean?
It's not Pepsi.
It's not Pepsi.
It's not.
It's not Pepsi. By the way, DBL Moms, can you pass me my glasses?
Yeah.
My glasses. My glasses.
Uh-huh.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
She smudged up the lens.
Hey.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. PPSI, we called that and did a video for it this morning. It ran up a nice 63%. We called DFLI 81%, VMAR at 96%. We called ORIS 52%, and then FUFU, FUFU. Sorry, pause.
Yeah. Yeah.
42%.
Yeah.
And yeah, we called those earlier today. So that's pretty much it. So let's get started, ladies and gentlemen, with PMNT. PMNT was on a very wonderful uptrend, currently above the VWAP right now.
PMNT is testing the high.
It's testing the high of the day.
Testing the high of the day.
Testing.
The high of the day.
Testing. All right. So the high of the day for this stunk, by the way, is 84 cents, ladies and gentlemen. But PMNT is testing a potential support line right now at 71 cents there. It's moving its way on up, quite frankly. So it had a nice uptrend earlier today, much earlier today. Let's take a look over here. Boom. Okay. Get ourselves over here. Bop, right there. So it had a bit of a pennant over here. Boom. Then it curled off that pennant right over here and made a nice little A to B, B to C, C to D. And then another one over here, right? And then a smaller one right over here. And then went back down, formed a bit of a descending wedge over Mya. All right, and then proceeded to curl its way back up to another A, B, C, D, and could it potentially be another A, B, C, D? Maybe. But PMNT had a nice run up, a nice 160%, ladies and gentlemen. So we had that going on, ladies and gentlemen. We had that going on right there. So that was pretty good. That was awesome to hear. It was pretty good, ladies and gents. So that's what we had going on. That is what we got going on for PMNT. Let's take a look at the float and volume for PMNT. PMNT. Let's take a look over here. All right, so the float and volume. Float is 19 million and change. A little bit on the heavy side. Nothing crazy though, because the volume is 127.75 million. So the volume is a lot higher than that of the float. It do be like that, ladies and gentlemen. It do be like that. So that's what we got going on. That is what we got going on here. So they have a general form for quarterly reports, Form 10Q, that came out yesterday. They also filed an 8K earlier today. Actually, no, they filed that yesterday, excuse me. And then they showed some revenue of 1.5 million. So they got that going on right there. That is what they got going on. They showed that earlier. So the revenue came out. Again, the float is now 120. The float is 19.24 million. Volume is 128 million and change, and creeping up. So it's very, very nice. It hit the high a day, which was 160%. Looks like it's trying to curl up there. Has to hold above that 71-cent support line and break through that 84-cent resistance line for it to really be so much maxi to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So we got that going on. That is what we got going on there. Let's take a look at PGEN. PGEN. Papa Golf Echo November. Let's see what they're doing. All right. So PGEN up 44%. Had a nice high of 115%, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Just had to get some water. All right, but has some news. PGEN. That J.P. Morgan upgraded the PGEN to neutral from underweight, right? PGEN secured a historic FDA approval for Papzimios, their first and only therapy for adult RRP patients. And then HG Reinrate adjusted the price target on PGEN to $8.50 from $6 to maintain their buy rating. Now the float for PCGN is actually pretty high and the volume is much lower now, but the float for the stunk is 156 million, volume is 30 million. So this stock did have a nice run earlier, but the float is extremely high, volume is extremely low. Normally we don't look at the very high float stocks, but this was an exception because it did have some movement going on to it. So we got that going on there. All right.
Let's go.
Yeesh. And let's take a look at some other stocks over here. But before we do, let me actually show you what's going on with PCGN. Did have a bit of movement on the way up. Gapped a little bit over here, right? And then proceeded to show a bit of a descending wedge over here. It is currently below the VWAP right now. Was a bit overbought on the RSI. Now it's no longer overbought on the RSI. It is currently not overbought or oversold on the RSI, but it did have a gap upward and then proceeded to basically make a descending wedge. So it has to break through that descending wedge for it to really be so much schmexy to mya. You know what I mean?
Yep.
For it to be so much schmexy to mya. All right, so let's see what else we got. What else we got over here? All right, USBC seems to be coming in. Let's see what USBC is doing. USBC, all right, and then we're going to look at TIVC as well. USBC has a 4.82 million float. Volume is 96,000, so not feeling that too much. I could tell just by looking at it. Very, very gappy, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very gappy. So That's what we got going on there. That is what we got going on there. So USBC is very, very gappy right now as of this point in time. Not looking too schmexy to me. Not looking too schmexy. Let's take a look at TIVC. TIVC. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any stonks you want us to look at, put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat.
All right, let's take a look over here. So TIVC right here has a bit of a double top that it formed right over at the $4.81 mark over here. Let's see what we got going on. Curling up a bit more over here, but again, had a nice shoot up all the way over here, bit of a top tail, created a bit of a double top, went back down, and then started curling back up. A little bit sporadic, especially considering the float is pretty low at 805,000 and change. However, the volume is 7.02 million, so the volume is there. The volume is entirely there. It's awesome. That's great. Very good news. Has news that Tivic Health Systems Inc., which is the name of the company, had Q2 2025 earnings call transcript. They signaled an exit from consumer health tech while advancing to a $19 billion plus immunotherapy market pipeline. So they got that going on, right? And then to top it off, today they actually came out with some news that Tivic Health was going to advance.
Breaking a high today.
Oh, okay.
But there's a top tail.
Oh.
Dear.
But it looks like it's trying to reclaim the top tail.
All right.
Yeah.
So TIVC actually had some
high
news.
of 75 cents.
Yeesh.
Looks like it's a reclaiming it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Reclaim action.
All right. So
Reclamation.
TIVC had some news. The Tivic Health advanced discussions on news of entolimod as a radiation countermeasure at Military Health System Research Symposium 2025. So that's what they got going on. That is what they got going on there.
Right.
Yeesh. Let's go into PMNT. Let's take a look at PMNT. PMNT. All right. Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, right over boom. Actually, let me make this a bit more accurate. Poop over there. All right. So, PMNT looks like it's curling its way on up now. Broke through the 71-cent it was like a slight resistance line. Broke through it. Now is forming a bit of a top tail over here, but is hitting new highs. It's hitting higher highs, so that's pretty good. That is awesome news right there, ladies and gentlemen. We got awesome news on that.
Yes.
So PMNT is currently up 154%. 154%. That's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. PMNT is curling its way on up. Can it potentially hit that big ol' ABCD? Yeesh.
Maybe.
Can it hit that?
Let's find out.
Yeesh. PMNT.
PMNT.
All right. Hit that ABCD. Looks like it's trying to climb its way on up still. Has a bit of a top tail going on here. Has a bit of a top tail, but you know, we don't like the top tails, DBL moms. We like the bottom tails.
We like the bottom tails.
We
Yes,
do,
sir.
ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
sir,
We
yes,
do. We
sir.
do. We do.
We need those bottom tails.
Yes, sir. We do need the bottom tails.
Yes, we do.
Has a bit of a double top forming over here as well. Has to break through that little line over here. Let's get that little line set up. It is at the 74-cent mark right there. Bop right there. That's what we got going on. That is what we got going on for the stock.
Right.
So, TIVC. Let's take a look at TIVC because TIVC seems to be moving as well.
There we go.
Tango, India, Victor, Charlie. Let's see. Currently curling its way on up a little bit more. It's currently moving its way on up. Bop right there.
Yes, sure.
So, TIVC curling. Again, had some very good volume on it last I checked. The float was 805,000, so it's a pretty low float, which means it could be a little bit sporadic, but it is what it is there, right? Volume, on the other hand, is 9.13 million and climbing. So, it's got some seriously good volume on it.
It does.
It does. Has some good volume on it, ladies and gentlemen. Can't hate that volume.
No, you can't.
Can't hate the volume.
You can't.
No.
And it's got the news, too.
And it does have news. It does have news. The Tivic Health announced discussions on use of an entolimod as a radiation countermeasure at a military health system research symposium in 2025.
Yeah.
So they're looking for ways to actually counteract radiation. Normally people that get radiation, sometimes people are just exposed to radiation,
Right.
which happens, especially
Yeah.
if you
Yeah, yeah.
have been involved in things like for example, sometimes people are just exposed to it in general, especially if they work in like
Those types of things.
nuclear reactors, things of that nature,
yeah.
or if they've been in or around accidents like Chernobyl, things like that, right? So there's that,
Yeah.
you know, as well as if you work in a nuclear reactor,
Mm-hmm.
or if if you're getting radiation, you could also be getting it, like if God forbid somebody has cancer, they get radiation as well. So what's going on here is it looks like they're trying to find a counteractor for that. You know what I mean? It looks like they're trying to counteract that stuff. So that's pretty good. That's awesome news, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome news. That's great. That would be awesome if people could do that. Yeesh.
Oh,
I tell you what, man, the medicine industry is just getting like crazy. They're coming up with all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, it's getting real advanced.
It's getting real advanced, man. It's getting
It
like
is.
scary how advanced this stuff is.
Yeah.
Scary in a good way, not a bad way. Like, dude, that's awesome. That if people could find ways to counteract that stuff, ooh, I tell you what. I tell you what, man. That would be awesome.
TIVC is climbing a little bit more now.
TIVC is climbing a bit more. It is. It is. It is. It is. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $199. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. Pick a lot of baggers a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen. Called PMNT. Ran up a nice 160%. Did a whole video on it last night. But also, ladies and gentlemen, before that, called it out to our private Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, called it out to them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, of course, did all that cool stuff. All that cool stuff. And, yeah. So, PMNT, we did that. We called PGEN, which ran up a nice 115%. Bop, right there. And we called PPSI, 63%. Did a video for it this morning. DFLI, 81%. VMAR, 96%. ORIS, 52%. And FUFU at 42. FUFU at 42%. TIVC, now 62%, ladies and gentlemen, and climbing its way on up. Climbing its way on up, ladies and gentlemen. Currently moving on the uptrend over here. On the uptrend. No longer a top tail. We don't like the top tails, DBO moms. We like the bottom tails.
Correct.
All right, let's get some support and resistance lines over here. Let's get some support and resistance lines over meow. Right? Bop right there. And bop right there. Actually, let's go all the way over to meow. Bop right over there. Okay. So, TIVC has support at 284, 349, 399, 435, 470, and 514. Has resistance at the 585 mark. Looks like it's trying to curl its way up and break that 585 mark, but it has to hold above that 514, break through 585 for it to really be so much mexy to meow. You know what I mean? So it's trying to curl its way on up a little bit, trying to curl its way up a little bit. 62% currently at this moment in time. Again, float is 805.44 thousand. Volume is 11 million and change, nearing 12 million now, and climbing. So it's doing its thing, ladies and gentlemen. It is doing its thing. So that's what we got going on here. That is what we got going on here. TIVC currently chilling and climbing a little bit. Has to break through that little red candle. Needs some volume. Needs some more volume. Needs more volume, right? It's currently got 12 million volume. Needs more. Always needs more. You can never go wrong with too much volume. You know what I mean? You can never go wrong with that. You can never go wrong with a stonk moving up. All right. So, TIVC currently doing its thing right now. Climbing up. You know what I mean? Climbing up.
Kind of extended.
A little bit extended, actually. A little bit.
And it's
It is
a continuation from yesterday. Right?
Yes, it is. It is a continuation from yesterday. Can it continue to curl? Maybe. We'll see.
Gotta stay above 425,
It-
440.
Yeah, and 514 has to stay above that. TIVC has to stay above 514 as well For it to really be schmex, he has to break through that 585 mark. A little extended. Little extended. It is a bit overbought on the RSI as well, ladies and gentlemen. So you got that going on.
Red candles. I don't like red candles.
Nah,
like
never a big fan. Never a big fan.
Green pickle.
A green pickle instead of like a red. I don't know what's red and like
Pepper.
red pepper.
I don't like the red pepper.
Well, I like red peppers. I just don't like them
But
in my
Janine
stock
likes
market.
the red pepper.
Huh? What?
Janine likes the red pepper.
Oh God. Inside joke, ladies and gentlemen. That's an inside joke.
If you know, you know.
Oh God.
If you know,
I hope they don't.
You know,
I hope they don't. I hope they don't.
That's Parliament.
Oh, stop being a bad influence.
Yes.
I am.
Hey, look, I mean, I'm be real with you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yep. Hey, like I'm talking like I ain't a bad influence either. All right. Oh, and by the way, yeah, just chilling out, doing our thing over here. Let's see. Right. Let's see. TIVC.
Yeah.
Curling its way a little bit, just trying to, but again has to hold above that 514 mark, break through that 585.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Head and shoulders for TIVC.
Yeah, TIVC, a little bit of a head and shoulders. Negatorious.
Yes.
Negatoriousness.
All right. Well, let's see what else we got. PPSI is moving up a little bit.
PPSI.
Pepsi.
The
No,
one
no.
that's not Pepsi.
The one that's not Pepsi.
It's not Pepsi. Oh, it's
They
not.
lied to me.
Yeah, no.
Let's get a share party going on.
Yeah, let's get a share party.
Wait, SRXH.
SRXH.
Yeah, it's moving, baby.
PPSI also moving on its way on up right here. Let's see what they got going on. PPSI currently has a bit of a downward trend. Looks like it's trying to curl its way on off that. And it is currently below the VWAP. Looks like it's trying to curl its way up. It was leaning a bit more towards being oversold on the RSI. So let's see what we got going on there. It is curling its way on up. Bop right over here. Has to break through that
You got a little
VWAP
bit
over
of an
there.
eruption on SRXH.
Ooh, SRXH. Let me see.
Eruption.
SRXH. Achis. Yes. Oh. SRXH currently has a float of 9.74 million. Volume is
It's
1.84 million and climbing.
It's moving.
Ooh. It's moving. Volume still has to move up, but yes, it is moving and grooving. Look at that.
41 cents moving.
41 cents and moving. Look at that.
Wow, would you
Look at that. Look at that shot upward.
Wow.
It's shooting its way on up.
It
Boom,
is.
right there. Look at that.
It is.
Look at that. Look at that. Has a bit of a descending wedge. Not a descending wedge. It has a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails, DBL
Nope,
moms. We like the
gotta eat
bottom
bottom
tails.
tails.
We do. We like the bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom tails are good. Bottom tail, good. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Bottom tail, good. All right. Has to break through this little double top area over here at the 40-cent mark. Has to break above that, ladies and gentlemen. Has to. It has to. You know what I mean? Has to.
Let's get a share
Yes.
party going on, everybody.
Yes, let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What the heck? Oh, there we go. All right. So, yeah, that's currently what they got going on. That is what they got going on right there. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All righty. All right. Let's see. So, currently, with this lovely little thing over here has a bit of a top tail. Looks like it's trying up. Now it's trying to curl its way on up. Ray-Ban says share with your Amazon delivery person. Yeah, especially the ones that talk to cats.
Oh, yeah.
That poor guy is gonna be. I don't know if he's gonna be traumatized for life, but at least he's gonna be able to tell his kids.
The Amazon delivery person and his cat. Okay.
He doesn't have a cat. The cat just so happened to.
They're hanging out. I'm sorry.
Look, bro literally went over there and figured, you know what? There's some witchcraft going on.
Oh.
There is some witchcraft going on. I swears to you. By the way, SRXH, look, it's doing like a little dance. It's going green, red, green, red, green, red.
43,
This
43.
is not Christmas. Make up your mind.
Exactly. This is not Christmas, SRXH. Make up your mind.
Really?
Curl above the 40
Come
if you want to be schmexy. You know what I mean?
Really?
But yes, share it with your Amazon delivery person. Rob G says DFLI. All right, let's take a look
Let's
at
take a
Delta
look-see.
Foxtrot Lima India. Let's see. All right, so let's go. Let's scroll up. DFLI, bop right there. All right, so let's see what we got. All right, very, very choppy on the way up, or on the way down, actually, here. Has a VWAP over here at 43 cents. It's very much so below the VWAP. Not overbought or oversold in the RSI. DFLI currently up 43%. Has news that Dragonfly Energy Holdings Corp. Q2 2025 earnings call transcript had that on the 14th, which was yesterday over there. They also stated that Dragonfly Energy signals 25% of Q3 sales growth while strengthening an OEM partnership and expanding their heavy-duty trucking pilots. And to top it off, they had some $1.52 million revenue, revenue of $16.2 million, which beats by 1.52 million. So
That's
it has
good news.
some good news there.
Yeah.
DFLI has good news there. Has to break through this little downtrend though, because it is currently on a bit of a downtrend. Let's take a look at the float and volume. The float is 5.32 million, very reasonable. Volume is 103 million. So you got that going on right there. That is excellent. That is excellent volume. It just needs to break through this little downward trend over here. Has a bit of, I'd even go so far as to say, hold on, let me get rid of this over here, right? I'd even go so far as to say it has a bit of a descending wedge, because you take a look, bop, right here, bop, bop, bop. Can it potentially curl up off the descending wedge? Maybe. We'll see. It does have the volume for it, man. It has the volume for it, so it could potentially maybe curl.
SRXH moving.
SRXH moving.
Moving again.
Yes, sir.
Alert.
Yes, sir.
It's a
So
little bit choppy, but it's moving.
DFLI potentially could curl.
It's
Could
pushing,
potentially
it's
curl.
pushing.
Has to break through the VWAP. So
Come on,
Yes.
SRXH pumping.
all right, let's see there.
Resistance at
SRXH.
43.
Ooh, climbing its way on up. There
Climbing
we go.
and climbing.
Oh yeah. Up
Pushing and pushing.
44%.
Bumping and bumping.
There we go. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let's get some support and resistance lines over here. Bop right there.
Let's go, baby.
And bop right there.
44 cents.
44 cents.
Yes, 44 cents.
25 cents, 29 cents, 32 cents, 35, 37, 40, and 44 cents. Looks like it's trying to break through that 44 cent mark over there. Can it break the high of day? Can it break the high of day? Looks like it's trying to. Can it? Oh, yes it can. 45 cents.
45.
There we go. Smacked it and then went back down to 44. But it did smack it a little bit. So 45 over here. Bop. Can it break through the 45 mark? Has to hold above 40. Needs to break above 45. Yes, sir. So now, yep, 46. 46. There we go.
Yes, sir.
68% up.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeesh. That's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen.
I like it. I like it a lot. 46.95.
Oh, yes, sir.
46.95.
$46.95.
Low price.
Low price. I mean, it's 46 cents,
Earl
but you
Shop
know.
paint job.
Ooh, what?
If you know, you know.
I do not.
No.
I don't know what that is. I'm confused.
Yeah, it might be. You have to be in the day for that.
Ah.
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
You know Earl Shop.
All right, but SRXH currently up
Mom,
65%.
You know
SRXH
Earl Shop.
currently up 65%. Had a nice high of 68% going on over there. So yeah, SRXH looks like it's trying to test again. It looks like it's trying to test that high again. It's got a bottom tail. It's got a bottom tail. Bottom tail. Yes, sir. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Share party. Yes, sir. Let's get to 300. Let's get to 300. But yes, currently 47 cents, ladies and gentlemen. 47 cents. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 47. Keep going. 48. There we go. It's testing it some more. Broke through. It's trying again. Can it break through? 50 cent.
Oh my.
50 cent like the rapper. 50 cent. 52 cent. All right. 52. 52. 52. There we go. Let's see how high it is, DBM Mom. Show me how high it is.
It is
85%.
51 cents.
52.
Oh, even higher
52.
now. 89%.
89%.
51 cents.
51 cent. Actually, had a high of 53. Had a high of 53 cent. But yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Woo. Nice. 85% high. 85% high on SRXH. SRXH has a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails, DBO moms. We like the bottom tails.
We like the bottom
Has to hold above that
tail.
46 cent mark, break through the 53 cent mark for it to really be schmexy to me. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Yes, sir.
yes. All right. So, yeah, we got that going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got going on. Let's see here. SRXH. Looks like it's at 50 cent right now. 50 cent like the rapper. 50 cent like the rapper.
50 cent like the rapper.
50 cent.
Oh, yeah. 50,
Yes, sir.
50 cent, 50 cent, 50 cent.
Yeesh. Man had some good songs. He had that song Many Men. Yes, sir. I like that song. That song was amazing. That song was amazing.
Well, alrighty then.
Well, 50 Cent made some good songs, man. There was yeesh. Hello.
Hello.
Hola.
Yes.
Yeesh. All right. All right. So, yep. Currently, SRXH is curling its way on up. Let's take a look over here. Let's take a look over meow. Over meow. Yes, sir. All right. So, SRXH currently has to break through 53 cents to continue to be schmexy to meow. Yes. 53 cents. 53 cents, ladies and gentlemen. 53 cents.
Yes, sir.
TIVC looks like, what's going on with TIVC? Hold on.
Still on with TIVC.
Let's see what TIVC is up to. What are you up to there, you? All right, that's what I thought. Okay. Not the same as SRXH. You should be more like SRXH TIVC, okay?
Yeah, a little bit.
Should try to be more like SRXH
A little bit.
TIVC.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
All right? You're not looking schmexy enough to me.
Yeah.
You have to prove your love to me. You do. You do. Yeesh. Woo. All right. Let me get some water. Hold on one second.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Yes, let's do that.
There we go.
There we go. There,
That's the stuff right there.
A little bit.
TIVC. Nah. Let's go back to SRXH. Go back to SRXH. We're currently there right now.
Lingo.
SRXH currently up 87%. 87%.
Roll it back up.
Needs to break through
Yeah.
and break through that 90% mark, then break through 100 for it to be another
That would be
bagger.
great.
You know what I mean? For it to be another bagger. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, man. That would be nice. Let's see over here. Let's zoom in the room. Has a bit of a double top forming over here. Don't like that double top, ladies and gentlemen. Don't like that double top forming over here at the 51 cent mark. Has to break through 51 cents as well. Has to break through that 51 cent mark over there. Is a bit overbought in the RSI. A little bit overbought in the RSI. Has to hold above 46 cents. Has to hold above 53 cents for it to really be schmexy to me. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. Pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash.
Yes, it
We
does.
called PMNT. Did a video on it last night, and before that, had it on our early watch list for this morning, ladies and gentlemen. And it ran up a nice 160%, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
160%. 160%, ladies and gents. PGEN ran up a nice... Oh, hold on. PGEN ran up a wonderful 115% as well. 115%.
115%.
Did a video on PPSI, which ran up a nice 63%. DFLI, 81%. VMAR, 96%. ORIS, 52%. And FUFU, which was 42%.
We'll call it fufu.
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 Fufu. Yes, that one ran up a nice 42%, ladies and gentlemen. 42%.
42%.
And yeah, that was pretty much it.
Right.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't forget
So,
about our beautiful tools.
that's it for us, man.
Yes.
That is it for us. So yeah, be sure to check out our wonderful 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $199. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. Pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loots, the cashola, the big bucks. I tell you.
Big bucks.
Yes, big bucks, big bucks. Yes. So that's what we got going on. That is what we got going on over there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we do have beautiful tools at the disposal over here. We have the scanner for the market movers. That is part of the 4-day trial, as well as the real-time alerts and scanners. You could actually check it out. It has basically a bunch of clickable links for all the stocks that are being looked at on the chart over here, as well as the percentage change, whether the stock is moving up or down, the time, the ticker, the price, the volume, the float, all that good stuff, all that plus the clickable links to give you access to all the information you need to know about the stock, be it the graph, be it the float, ticker, etc., news, whatever it is. There you go. And then, ladies and gentlemen, also you get access to this beautiful newsroom over here, which has all sorts of news, all sorts of clickable links over here. Clickable links to the article, a small dissertation on what the article is about with clickable links in it to basically get more information on things like the industry that the stock is in, the ticker itself, the name of the company, all that. And it also shows at the bottom the tickers that are affected by said article, as well as the ability to click on those tickers and get information on the chart, on the float, on the volume, on the news, whatever you want. Excellent research tool. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out.
Yes.
Pick a lot of baggers a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen. Already called 2, and we only going up from here. I mean, heck, we called one that ran up 700% earlier this week. So I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much love, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great day today. Make a lot of money. Be greenable. And make sure that you enjoy your weekend and have a nice restful weekend, because then we're going to be back at it again on Monday, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back at it again on Monday. So as always, it's your boy DBL Nix in the house, a.k.a. The Rainmaker. And, of course, I'm here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to watch videos of puppies and kitties while at Arby's. She likes to steal my lo mein. And, of course, she did make a nice video on PPSI and PMNT. We call her DBL Moms. Yeesh. So, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love.